Bless up, ABR family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And this live video is somewhat touching as we have learned that the icon himself, Usain Bolt, has lost his father, who goes by the name of Usain Bolt. Amongst many other topics coming up, we've seen Kabul giving her take on the whole visit from the US Secretary of State and letting us know that she has been talking for a very long time as to why the US Secretary visited Jamaica and that it has nothing to do with the Cubans, but between the US and China. And I did a video on it as well. Also coming up in this segment, I'm going to pull back the tape a bit on what Prime Minister Andrew Holness stated in an interview back in 2013, I believe, under the Portia Simpson Miller administration, where there was some controversy between the contractor general and the whole, power to fight corruption. I'm going to make you see this man, I really want con artist, one really want con man, who only talks just to gain popularity and favorability from the Jamaican people, but does not walk the walk. And so before we get into everything, I just want to say notification shout out goes to Wayne Evans. Big up yourself, Wayne. Big up to Angela and Yvonne Wallace, members of the Isabel Rose membership. Big up to all of my moderators and everybody who will come across this live video. As you come in, please to like and share out the video. Big up yourself, Chelsea Clinton. Every time. Give me a few minutes, let me share out this live. Enough story to be spoken today. So as I'm about to get right into it, we have learned that Usain Bolt, the greatest of all times sprint icon, who have felt the wrath of the Jamaican hierarchy, we the little lower class of people, as they deem us, love and appreciate Usain Bolt, and he has seen that over the past 2 years, where he lost, or let me correct myself there, over 2.8 billion Jamaican dollars was stolen from this man here. And despite that, he still shows the good side of him. He's still out there doing charitable work, donating. It's just the other day we seen him donate to a school down there, I believe, in his parish where he comes from, Trelawney. And to learn of his father's passing, I just really want to say condolences to the entire Bolt family and to their friends, well-wishers, other loved ones. It's never easy road to trod. I too lost my father last year, February, and to this day, it's like a piece of me has left when I found out of his passing. And so they're saying that it's some long-standing illness. And deep down, what our country has done to Usain Bolt, despite of the long-standing illness of his father, many arguing that could be contributed to the stress of his son, money being stolen. And I must agree to some extent down that line. Because no parents want to see, no good parents want to see their children suffer. No good parents want to see their children hurt. And when our country has done what they have done to Usain Bolt, or allowed their friends and Kumbolo under this government, when Usain Bolt came out and spoke about his money, he was ridiculed. He was called all sorts of names. He was slandered. A man that put Jamaica on the map. A man that allowed other investors to come to Jamaica, highlighted Jamaica on the world stage. And the minion Labourites them, and them come out this morning. And we've seen them so sympathetic all of a sudden due to the passing of Usain Bolt's father. But when he spoke out about his millions and billions that was stolen, him for go because him not do nothing for Jamaica, him for this, him for that. And we, the social media warriors, standing up and saying that all the investors who lost their money at Stocks and Securities Limited must get back their money. And we're seeing this gimmick government coming out, laughing in our faces, playing in our faces. And I'm not politicizing the passing of his father. Don't get that misconstrued. But we see them coming out and they're laughing in our faces and talking about FinSac 2.0. SSL is the meltdown 2.0 that should have never happened. Because we have a regulatory body that was put in place. Big up yourself, Georgia. A regulatory body is put in place, or was put in place, to prevent what happened in the early 90s. But because of them friends and Kumbolo, some of those who were a part of the SSL were a part of the whole meltdown, where them take the people their money, lend it out to them friends them. Eddie Siaga was one of them who borrowed how much in millions and said he don't remember. Venetia Phillips coming out to ridicule Usain Bolt among some of the other minion Labourites them, because them not see nothing, them can't rationalize nothing, them not no logics. As Damian Crawford say, them wouldn't understand some of the things them when I talk because them not so bright. Big up yourself, Jenny Taylor. And so they are the ones who, when he spoke about his money that he trained so hard for, he worked so hard for. But as the writer for the book, I don't remember this author name, but it says too black to succeed. And I want Usain Bolt to read that book and to understand that no matter how wealthy you may become, because of the color of your skin, they will never accept you in certain circles. They will never, no matter how hard you work, they will never accept you. And so we're seeing them running out now, coming to talk about condolences and they're sympathizing, when they were some of the very same people who tear down Usain Bolt, ripped him apart, playing politics when he's speaking about what he has worked for. So why shouldn't I not believe that the stress of his son could have played a part of why his father, passed away at the age of 68 years old? The illness, yes, is a contributing factor, but stress is not good. Knowing that your pitney works so hard, knowing that you stand up as a driving force behind your youth and the powers that be, thieves, criminal, corruption, the corrupted. But they want to come and convince us that we must not give Mark Golding a chance. We must not give Mark Golding, who shows us that he walks the walk and he talks the talk. Why shouldn't we give Mark Golding a chance? When under this government, look what they have done to Usain Bolt. Look what they have done. Maurice, big up yourself. HB, blessed morning. Look what they have done. Only to come and find out now, ABR family, that the whole SSL building have been scrapped, repainted, and right now, a Iron Rock, I believe, insurance company has occupied that space, that building. And no word from the government on this whole SSL matter. So while another company can come and move forward, the investors who lost their money or their money was stolen at Stocks and Securities Limited still have to be suffering even after 2 years and counting. With a director of public prosecution join our foot, with a government who sits on a Kroll report that taxpayers' money paid for, unwilling to release that Kroll report. We've seen the opposition calling for the Kroll report. We've seen the citizens of Jamaica calling for the Kroll report. But we have a director of public prosecution, Paula Llewellyn, saying that they will not be rushed. They will not be rushed to hand down more charges or to hold others accountable. And I'm about to show you this video where this company has basically taken over the whole SSL lot.
I don't see this, but SLS, SSL are already people that keep the same about money. Them rename the company. When I watch out, nobody will invest the money in a no more scheme. It get out of hand.
Be honest with me, ABR family. Despite that this is a different company, separate and apart from SSL, Uno believe that people are going to go here so go do no farmer insurance plan. Let's be honest. But nevertheless, I want to drop some condolences for Usain Bolt in the comment section. And I've always seen that Usain Bolt is a man where love to drop some cryptic messages. You have to read between the lines to understand what he's saying. We've seen him do it with the whole SSL saga. We've seen him been silent for a mighty long time. And he has been dropping some, cryptic messages on his social media. Now, I came across this picture where Usain Bolt is clad in a Puma outfit. And we know that that's his main sponsor. I believe he's a lifetime sponsor for him. And as me say, I really want to politicize nothing. But it's the first time seeing him doing something like this. And a lot of persons are reading along the lines of him basically, throwing the towel upon this government due to the fact that after 2 years, none of them can come say nothing to him. They made a few talks with him behind closed door, but out in public, they're not saying anything. And when he sat on the fix and did that interview, he said that at the level of the food chain where he's at, he thought that they would have dealt with him better. But right now, it seems to me that is basically done with this government. And he too believes that we need a change from this high level of corruption. Big up yourself, Karen. Corruption highest under this government. And when we have a prime minister who has 28 bank accounts and cannot explain his wealth to the anti-corruption watchdog body, Integrity Commission, but instead takes them to court, sues the state that he is the leadership over, when it is learned that he was under investigation for illicit enrichment amongst 7 other members of parliament. He says that he has asked wide and far, and he got no. Mark Golding has asked the other 13 members of the opposition, and they said no. Only to find out that this prime minister heads the list of being under investigation for illicit enrichment. And I'm about to show a video where he sat and did an interview surrounding the whole corruption back in 2013 under the Portia Simpson Miller-led administration, and he was the opposition at that time. And there was some controversy between, I believe it was this man right here, who was the Attorney General at the time, who goes by the name of Patrick Atkinson, and it could be another member of parliament, where there was some, talks of weakening of the whole contractor general. Remember, at that time there was no Integrity Commission. Integrity Commission was basically, came about in 2017, but at the time before that, it was the contractor general, who would have been Greg Christie at the time, who was set to basically, help fight against corruption in public life. To which Andrew Holness at the time had written to Portia Simpson Miller. I bring up that information right here. And it says the opposition Jamaica Labour Party is describing as meaningful and instructive a meeting held with Contractor General Greg Christie regarding the role of his office. Mr. Christie and a team from the Office of the Contractor General were invited to discuss issues raised in a letter recently to Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and opposition leader Andrew Holness. Opposition spokesman on information at that time, Senator Arthur Williams, says during the meeting the opposition registered its unwavering commitment to fight against corruption and reaffirm its support for the Contractor General, an agency created some 28 years ago under a JLP administration. So we know that under the People's National Party, they started to somewhat revamp the whole, fight against corruption by creating this separate and apart body called the Integrity Commission, which was passed, the bill was passed under Andrew Holness-led government. But while reading this information, we know that this agency, the Contractor General, was created 20 odd years ago, possibly 30 odd years ago, under the JLP administration. But yet still, corruption is rife under them. Corruption is highest under the JLP administration. Senator Williams disclosed that provisions of the Contractor General Act were brought into sharp focus during the deliberations, with both sides agreeing that a review of the legislation is necessary. He argued that legislative review would be instrumental in correcting any deficiencies in legislation in addition to creating an environment that effectively deters corruption while facilitating increased investments. But I want you to listen to this interview with Andrew Holness. My God. And so I want to give credit to, I believe it's Fire Links or Fire Kirk.
Jamaicans, I want you all to hear this. US cable had said that Mr. Powell seems to essentially get away because he has managed to successfully forge alliances with his political superiors. Do you agree with that?
Well, they have analyzed it correctly. As I said before, the Prime Minister is complicit in this. She has taken no action that would suggest...
He said that Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller at the time was complicit in some form of watering down of the role of the Contractor General in fighting corruption. But when he is silent on those who are under investigation for illicit enrichment, isn't he complicit? When he is silent about the whole SSL saga and them lifting that suspension and giving back SSL a license, a financial license to hold people money and to invest people money, isn't that complicit? When he, mighty God, ABR family, listen to this.
That the minister could not make such future mistakes. He's still a member of our cabinet.
What's the opposition going to do about this further?
What? The opposition is very strident against this. And, you know, those questions, what will the opposition do? The opposition can't unappoint the minister. The real question is, what is the government going to do about this? It is a discretion. I am adding pressure right now as I speak to you. We have written to the Prime Minister.
So he sat in that interview and saying that he's adding pressure while sitting in that interview. But yet still today, mainstream media is giving Mark Golding a fight. When Mark Golding raises issues that surrounds corruption under this government, when he raises issue that this government constantly breaks our constitutional law, enough of what Mark Golding says in his campaign and in his conferences are not highlighted on mainstream media. So when Mark Golding went to that function in New York or I believe New Jersey and said what he said, a whole heap of them butt hurt, but he was speaking the truth. We, the social media warriors, are giving certain highlights to the People's National Party and to the issues that are raised under the People's National Party and standing up for Jamaica and standing for our democracy and standing for our constitutional law. This government is complicit in corruption. That is why he keeps rotating the people that are thieving and robbing from us. They rob from our children out of the education trust. They rob all over and nothing come out of it. His friends and cumbelos, including himself, they are using contractors, they are using companies affiliated to them, and the government is using them and paying them. Look at the building owned by a sitting member of the government, and the TAJ, the government, is paying how much millions of taxpayers' money on an unoccupied building. I really want y'all to hear this, but each time I hear him talk on the interview, I have to interject. But I'm going to rerun this from the start and make gonna hear it full before I come in again.
Jamaicans, I want you all to hear this. US cable had said that Mr. Powell seems to essentially get away because he has managed to successfully forge alliances with his political superiors. Do you agree with that?
Well, they have analyzed it correctly. As I said before, the Prime Minister is complicit in this. She has taken no action that would suggest that the minister could not make such future mistakes. He's still a member of our cabinet.
What's the opposition going to do about this further?
What? The opposition is very strident against this. And, those questions, what will the opposition do? The opposition can't unappoint the minister. The real question is, what is the government going to do about this? It is a discretion. I am adding pressure right now as I speak to you. We have written to the Prime Minister to make known our concerns. It is the Prime Minister who must act. And my job is to stimulate public opinion as well, so that the public is not misguided by opinion leaders who seem to be very comfortable with the low standard of governance that is being offered by this government.
What if the Prime Minister does nothing else, doesn't ask for his resignation or anything?
It reflects the kind of Prime Minister that we have, and the country must decide if we're comfortable with that.
Had you been Prime Minister, what would
my actions would be clear. My actions would be clear and decisive, and I make no bones about that. I believe in a very high standard of governance. He would not be a minister today.
His apology to the Contractor General, saying that if he had said anything that could be construed as a lack of respect for the Contractor General's office, he withdraws those statements and apologizes. What do you make of that?
There are some lines that ministerially you don't cross. And apologies are not good enough to fix them when you have crossed them. He did that with the Contractor General. It shows a mind that does not respect the limits of his authority. And that's dangerous in a minister. And for a Prime Minister to accept that is to place the public's interest in peril as well.
Dr. Vincent Lawrence is now going to be heading that energy enterprise team. What?
When you hear it from Andrew Holness himself, and this is what is bothering him. We're using the same social media that they used for the last two campaigns and winning the general elections back in 2016 and 2020. We're using the same social media to remind him of the things that he promised the Jamaican people and has still not delivered on many of those promises. Talking about they're going to build 70,000 houses and it don't even reach 15,000 houses all now after 9 years. Talking about the Portia Simpson Miller-led administration back then and what he would have done, and when he is in the driver's seat, the people give him a chance, and he's now in the driver's seat and he is silent on many of the issues. Has he come out all now and let us know what is the true meaning of the U.S. Secretary of State coming into Jamaica? But coming now to promise the people them water and road that should have been a part of them job and duty, them roles and responsibility. Promising water and road not supposed to be a part of this government campaign. Leave that to the opposition. They cannot speak of any achievement because there's not much. Building on the highways that was blueprinted under the People's National Party. Not building a school. Not building a university over 9 years. Cannot complete an hospital that was set to be refurbished for $2 billion, costing our taxpayers over $20 billion. No CT scan machine. Is just the other day. Fatal accident happened on the PJ Patterson Highway. How much 10 people injured? 4 passed. No CT scan. No MRI machine. What can go so? But they want to tell us that money is not the issue. We know that money is not the issue. When this government collects more taxes than any other government, it should not be that. There's no CT scan machine. So when Mark Golding promised, he has to promise because he does not have the public purse. We have to give him that chance to prove himself. Just like only did give Andrew Holness the chance to prove himself. And what did he do? Lie to us in our faces. Lie to us on camera. Lie to us behind our back. Listen to this. And this is a clipping from Dennis Daly. Hear what Dennis Daly said at one of those People's National Party campaign.
He promised our Jamaica to everybody. Only Baba and the 40 thieves. They have nothing more left in this country to tell nobody. They read a budget for nearly 11 hours. Have we in a parliament? We fall asleep when we wake up back. We fall asleep when we wake up back. We fall asleep when we wake up back. And the man follow down. He promised our Jamaica to everybody. Because every time he says something, I didn't think it would stick. And he said the work out. He come back and promise something else.
Him promise, so till him promise Jamaica to everybody. When you hear the last part there? Him promise, so till him promise Jamaica to everybody. And when he comes out with something and it not stick, him come back with a different promise. Him go home, go orchestrate something else again to come play upon the minds of the people. No wonder why he's talking about the battle of the mind and battle for the truth. What kind of truth? And the people has lost trust in him. From him come out, come tell the people him say he has asked far and wide and nobody who has asked so far. He said that he didn't ask all of them. And I be know him get as it pertains to illicit enrichment investigation. And even after he found out that he was under investigation for illicit enrichment, he never came back out to the people of Jamaica. They don't respect us. They don't count us. Only a few that is feeling the prosperity that he speaks of or that he promised to the Jamaican people. Only a handful. Him go around and he make a lot of promises, so till him promise Jamaica to everybody. Him promise Jamaica to everybody. What kind of man is that? What kind of man is that? Jamaica, we have to do something. We have to do something. When you go to the polls, we have to do what is right.
But where they come from, send it back, send it back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send it back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send it back. Turn, reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody say, reverse the curse. Yeah, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Aye. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. Yeah. If a king's house, if a garden host, if a the prime minister.
We have to reverse the order. We have to reverse the curse. Big up yourselves here. Big up cause. Tick through. Big up yourself. Matter Family TV. Junior Neville. Member Angela. Big up yourself. Big up to everybody who just joined in the live. Big up to my silent watchers. Remember to like and share out this one here. We have to reverse this after 9 years of negligence. Now they're coming to call our road a state of emergency and saying that they're rolling out Spark program and they're rolling out Reach program, and the Reach now reach and the Spark don't have no spark, because they said that each constituency, each MP in the constituencies must choose 10 roads that is in dire need, and they roll out a $45 billion Spark program, only to find out that is how much 10 million to fix even 1 kilometer road. So them never pencil it out the right way because them not so bright. Them never pencil it out and know say 45 billion alone cannot do it. Even in the first segment, the 20 billion alone cannot do it. It's the first time in history may I hear a prime minister or a leader of a nation calling the roads that they have neglected a state of emergency. Coming out after 9 years to constantly blame a People's National Party when he reaped very well under a People's National Party. But he won't come out and tell his minions and his followers. Wanna see what them do, Tanya Stevens? Wanna see what them do? Everybody will come out and speak like this man here is some form of God. I one God me know and I one God me fear. We don't worship mankind. So no leader, no mankind leader could never be God over us. But that is why him accept the name where them give him. But as I stated, I will not come on any of my platform. Come call him. He's no God over none of us. And he's certainly not God over me. A one God me know. One God me know. And he's a true and living God. He never stand up and do no sacrifice away. So why should I worship him? After 9 years, 9 years of secrecy, 9 years of lies, 9 years of deceit, 9 years of negligence, 9 years of corruption, 9 years of him being silent as to the actions and the behavior of even the members of his cabinet. 9 whole years. Jamaican people, well-thinking Jamaicans, whether you're loyalists or not, do this for the future Jamaicans. They're selling off a whole heap of major entities in Jamaica just to have money to give you what you're going to have to pay back. They're talking about 20,000 grants. It's the same money where them sell out Norman Manley International Airport for 12 years. And that them take on a goon back. It's gonna have to be paid back some way, somehow. And uno have to go do it. The finance minister says she wants to collect in this fiscal year that starts today. I want to know that today is the 1st of April. The new financial year starts today and they want to collect from the traffic department alone 1 billion Jamaican dollars. Let that sink in. 1 billion Jamaican dollars. Big up yourself out of many. Velma all blessings. Brown man, big up yourself. Let that sink in. Don't be fooled by the cons and the tricks. Don't be fooled by promises. This government should be running their campaign on an achievement. Telling the Jamaican people, all right, we have fulfilled this. Give us another chance to continue or to fulfill more. We have done this, we have done that. All they're doing is taking their platform to blame the People's National Party. He stood in our parliament for over 5 hours and he's still not did not address is 4 years and counting uncertified statutory declaration that under the law, him and all other public officials, especially him and the opposition leader, they must be certified and gazetted. Mark Golding has been certified. What more do we need? Mark Golding has been certified year upon year upon year. What more do we need? No time to be on the fence right now. He stated in the interview back in 2013 that the onus is on the Prime Minister. At that time, he was referencing Portia Simpson Miller. The onus is on him to come and explain to the Jamaican people why, after so many years, his statutory declaration cannot be certified. Why should we, the Jamaican people, give him another chance, give him another term in our parliament to be the leader of our nation when he cannot come and speak to us directly, cannot level with the people? Why should we continue with him? Why? I hear Lonesome asking, and I've been asking the very same question too. Why should he continue to go forward and be on our ballot? Why him fi continue and for go in our next general election? Go do what? Go and do what? Where we fi have him a do am I? Valerie God favor. Why should we continue with a prime minister like this? So he might give we have not a 3-peat but a 4-peat, because if back then he cannot be certified, this declaration that should have been filed no later than yesterday, he's still gonna be uncertified. 4 consecutive years. Why should we continue with a prime minister like this? Why should we not stand up for the change that we need? Why, after he promised the people of Jamaica, he promised us that in the first 100 days, in his words, not mine, fixed election dates, impeachment, and we see them a fight tooth and nail. Mark Golding drafted up that impeachment legislation, wants it to be a part of our constitution, that they said that they're supposed to be in unison, togetherness to draft up that new constitution. But yet still, it's majority of what they want in the constitution that they're going forward with. Impeachment is not yet a part of it. That should have been in the first phase. Fixed election date should have been in the first 100 days he got in office. After 9 years, you don't know how much days that? 3,000 odd days. And he still cannot fulfill the first 100 days. No accountability, this government, and no integrity. So why should we? They cannot sign the Code of Conduct for the Integrity Commission Act. Why should we continue with you? You're talking about it is battle for the truth. What truth are you speaking to the Jamaican people? The people has lost trust in you. The people gave up on you. And I don't think that we should leave it up to him to call any election. So I refuse to say call it Andrew call it. Him not supposed to have no right to call the election. He must recuse himself from out of parliament. But as we see it, no better herring, no better barrel. None of them no different from them one another. That's why him probably not want to move. Because who are going to take the baton from him? Who did if he take the baton? We can't even pick out one of them who will say, boy, at least that one here, not 3 bad. The whole of them are the same thing. Big up yourself, Vian. The Prime Minister thinks he's above the law and he put himself in that position. Time come. That's what is going on, yes? He believes that he's above the law. But no, he's not. Are the people, some of the people, a handful of the people make him feel that way. And that is why they behave so. They are working for us. Remember that, Jamaican people. It's not the other way around. So when deals are being signed and we don't know what's going on in the country, when things are being sold out and we don't know, when oil spills and backdoor non-disclosure deal take place and we don't know, we must stand and hold them accountable. Words of this very same man here on the screen. Big up yourself, Ruby. Ruby, blessed. Blessed morning, Ruby. He said we must hold the leaders accountable. And that they weren't doing any work because the pay where them get wasn't reflected. And so they took 200 and odd and 300% increases. And still nothing. Still treating us unfairly. Still disrespecting the people of Jamaica. ABR family, I'm about to play a clipping right now where Kabu spoke briefly on the visit from the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. And I want you to listen to it. As I stated, I put out a video. And what she said in this interview was also said in the video that I did way before I came across this interview. And so they want to play in our faces and making it seem as if it was really and truly the whole Cubans why Marco Rubio came to Jamaica. When, if that was the case, he could have just, spoken over phone or whatsoever. But as one can see in the videos that were circulating on social media, when he arrived in Jamaica and they greeted each other, don't want to see him go around a desk immediately and he signed papers. So them practically had them meeting behind the back long before. Would that be a video meeting or a phone call meeting? Some meeting was held before. Why him just come and sat around that table and just sign? Where you signed to if you don't know where you signed to? He didn't even read anything. But listen to this from Kabu.
Also to our colleagues in the media, we have to revisit the way we're reporting on Marco Rubio's visit to Jamaica. It was not a success. It was not a success. It was never about the Cuban doctors. I said it last week. Marco Rubio has always talked about the Cuban doctors. He's been talking about the Cuban doctors since he was a senator. If you listen to Marco Rubio, he said in his speech, I have been raising this issue from I was a senator. This is not a new issue. This is something that I've been saying from a senator. So it's not new. They are gaslighting us. It is smoke and mirrors. If you look at the two speeches, Marco Rubio's speech and Andrew Holness' speech, and anytime a journalist takes some time to sit down and look at the two speeches, they'll recognize that this was not a successful meeting. And if it was successful...
It was not a successful meeting, and I agree. We're seeing some throwing around on their platform talking about it's a win for Jamaica and this and that and the third. How is that a win for Jamaica? How is it a win for Jamaica? But I assume that she's referencing to even the Jamaica Labour Party bloggers them, where everything is a win for them. Them not rationalize nothing. And as she stated, listen to what Rubio said and listen to what the Prime Minister said. Rubio stated that he has been saying that for years. So if it was really and truly about the Cubans, why now if he have been saying it for years? Think about it. And we have to rationalize and everything we have to run, some of we bloggers too, and everything we have to run and put our platform. Rationalize out the thing.
The extent to which it was is what Jamaica would have done for it to be successful. So the questions needed to have been asked. And if not asked of Marco Rubio and Andrew Holness in that press conference, then asked at a later date, a follow-up, a press briefing, something. Call the Prime Minister, call the Prime Minister's office and ask about it. Let me take a break. One thing we have to be sure of, is that there are other reporting. How you know how this thing played out and how it is playing out, you have to do a triangulation.
And I must interject that some of these, this is not a proof that some of these journalists are bought. It is facts that they are bought and not doing any true journalism work. Big up to Andrea Trissom. She was one of the journalists who stood there in that meeting and she asked some valid question to which we seen Rubio kind of got a bit flustered in defense mode. Only can go back and watch the entire video. Well thinking Jamaicans on the JIS.
So you have to go to the website of the U.S. Secretary of State. You have to look at all the press releases that they have put out. You have to look at how they are contextualizing and the narrative that they're spinning around what they're saying about Marco Rubio's visit to Latin America, to the Dominican Republic, to Jamaica, to Guyana. Then you have to go to Guyana and you have to look at what Guyana is putting out about Marco Rubio's visit. Why was he coming? What plans were in place? For example, Guyana was reporting, while Marco Rubio was in Jamaica, Guyana was reporting that Rubio was in the region to deal specifically with issues relating to China. And one of the issues that that Guyana reported on extensively.
So if Guyana could have done that, what stopped our Prime Minister? What stopped Jamaica and Iraqi from letting us know why, the true meaning of why Rubio was coming? Guyana did it for their people. Guyana informed their citizens that he was coming on matters relating to China.
Had to do with fees on ships. So it had to do with shipping routes. It had to do with Chinese shipping vessels in Caribbean waters and Latin American waters. And the fees that America, the Trump administration, would be putting onto these shipping vessels and how those costs would translate into higher cost of living for Caribbean people.
So on the sister, the tariff thing we are going, the tariff war we are going amongst the US and other nations are going to drastically affect the Caribbean when we don't have no food security. And when the People's National Party are enlightening the people, them come out and talk about the People's National Party bad mind. We not have no food security. So when them are wheel them tariff and fling up tariff prices I increase tariff. Eh? Remember what go on in the 80s when they married off how much food and hide up and pay the PSOJ boys them and girls them and pay wholesales and all of that for all and how much food. Pay them off for hide up the food them. Married off for them for married off. And in 2025 we still not have no food security. For when we see some presidents and some leaders are behave in this manner, we secure things for our country and our nation. My God. ABR family, the number is at the top of the chat. I would love to hear from some of y'all. The number is pinned up there. It's 954-288-6467 on WhatsApp only. Somebody will live through that era in the 80s where they married off the food them, and I believe it was 85. Midnight meal. So them claim to say everything was back to normal, and when you check a stock, food magically appeared. Everything spoiled and rotten. How much public health inspector had to go from places to places to ensure that they throw away the food them and don't sell the people in the rotten food them. What a wicked set of people back then. What a wicked set of leaders back then. To pay to hide the food. So when them are trying to show, we say, I dead with the dead off. So if you not see the things them, if you live through the era, me not born in the 80s. And that's why I keep elder friends. Most of my friends them are elders. Me not deal with my age group because at all time I want to learn something. At all times, me want to learn something. That's why me keep people as friends who are older than me. So if back then, them hide up the food, them and I say, we for basically, I tell you, so we for dead off. What about now when the whole heap increase, tariff and customs increase, other countries are increase, this and that? What's gonna happen? No food security, them not look out for our farmers, but yet still they're standing in our parliament talking about how much billions and billions that this big jokester, Minister of Agriculture, playing a skit, a government of gimmickry. And when we see the opposition coming with the solutions, they want to ask how he will fund it. Mark Gold no own no obligation. Only the well-thinking Jamaicans him owe obligation. The people them will want something for themselves and want something for them children and grandchildren. Him no own a JLP FM and a JLP activist. We're only looking at party color and a JLP loyalist. For come telling you how I'm going to fund it when you see a budget roll out. It must be a part of the, and it must be against the budget when I roll out film plans them. This government has been taking 11.4 billion out of our housing trust. And when Portia Simpson Miller at that time wanted to do that for a short period of time to get back with economy up and running, where them run down to the ground, them drive it down under the earth, he had a problem with it. So what kind of man this? This a man should have never even get a first term, much less a second term. When you see what him do? Him call the general election in the height of a pandemic, and then him say a uno where they are the corner shop them a spread it. Uno for turn on the yard. And what him do? Them get too much grants from overseas. They collected too much taxes. And what them do? Them never roll out the money going in at the height of the pandemic, and now them want to roll out 20,000. Why never give the people them 20,000? in a them time there. When the people really needed it the most. Why never roll out the 20,000 in a them time there? They roll out 10,000. Not all Jamaicans got it. 10,000 them roll out. And the people them had to go through remittances, so the government still collected back tax out of that $10,000. What can go so? What can really go so?
Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Them say them stand for accountability, but yet still, $3 trillion unaccounted for. The money was used, as them say, but nothing written down on paper, so we can go step by step. So the Auditor General can go step by step to say, yeah, well, so and so. 685 billion unaccounted for in our health system. So what them do with the money? CT scan machine one battery? You buy a CT scan machine without a battery? How much 10 billion unaccounted for in other sectors? 904 billion for our education sector unaccounted for. And them want come tell we say them stand for accountability. Jamaican people now have to wake up. You have to wake up. It's time for a change. The time has come. Where we in the 21st century era now, a different style of politics. A different era of politics now. We can't still down back in the 70s and down back in the 80s and down back in the 90s. We elect the leaders them to work and serve us. We can't make them a laugh in our face in our parliament and skin off them teeth when serious issues are raised. When Mark Golin said that they want to shift the whole secondary care as it pertains to health care and make everybody get a primary care. The minister sat there, cock him 10, him foot up on the chair. And him a laugh, the man just a chuckle away. That we want? Are them the people that want to represent we? When you call them and talk to them, bad word, bad word, bad word, bad word, bad word. When you're walking with them and them come to tour in your community, you chink and fly and flee. This and that, them a put on fundraiser, this and that, and it's only Jamaica Labour Party stronghold are invited. What about you're not in an election mode or you're not in an election season and the people elect you? When the election season done, you're not supposed to serve everybody? Me never know say a party serve same way. And you see the little minions them running behind them is because they are benefiting. A whole heap of them I get contracts and I get too much money for do this and do that. And for pay this and one, you have to clean this and drain and them get all too smarty and them sink off the money, the rest of money for themselves. Blessed morning, my family. You're live on the ABR show.
Blessed morning, Anisha Bell. I want me long because I'm at work. What I'm calling to say, I don't know. Jamaica people not gonna realize until bad things happen. Why I say that? Because this prime minister, you understand what I mean? He's not letting go. Believe you me, because every night I lie down and I think. You understand what I mean? When the scam play the game fear, like back in the days when election, he must have tried so many to thief it. Because right now, if you notice, him should have called the election already. And if you notice, him don't call the election yet because him have a plan. That's my point of view. I think him have something up his sleeve. So PNP have to make sure that up on them P and them Q because this man to me is not an easy man. You understand what I mean? Him have something up his sleeve because
Why don't you call the election? The date should have been set long time ago. The
True.
date should have been there. You understand what I mean? Like back in the days, you know, so well then, at the 15th, I could be election, but I look toward the 15th. You don't know when this man, he can wake up a man a year, so I took the election today.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? He need to stop the corruption and stop the evilness we are dealing with. Oh, God alone can move this man here. And every day me I pray for God, move him somewhere or him choose to move him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? Because it can't go on like this.
Can't go on.
It cannot go on like this. It cannot go on like this. This is serious. People don't see how serious it is. This man hold back all of the money, the funding we him get. Yes, that I mean, and wait till election. He man go put it out just because they want to buy vote. That's what they are doing now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why him let the road them stay like this. And that's why they take, you know, when we song, I'm look, I want to come, I'm an emotional person. Yes, that I mean, I live in Jamaica right now, but they're America still. But I have my house in Jamaica, I pay taxes.
And you
Yes,
want
that
to
I
go
mean,
back one day, don't?
my house there at Portmore. I never live there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that I mean, live at greater, mostly at greater Portmore or Forest. Yes, that I mean, but what I am saying, when you say it, yes, that I mean, the people them have the water and them deliberate will turn off the water. What tells you? What that tell you?
My God.
And them deliberate to turn off the water from the people because people don't vote for them. It shouldn't be so.
It shouldn't
The
be.
country is, you know why I'm worrying? Jamaica is very small. Yes, that I mean. I think Jamaica about 2.something million because they kill off most of the people then. Yes, that I mean. Why them can't come together for the betterment of the country? But no, them no want to do it. So them want to get rich and other people them stay below them. And then if you not do it for them, them walk by you and step by you. That's what Andrew up to because if Jamaica don't open them, I know I make this man and allow this man to get a third term, they're gonna push the country straight into what you call it again?
Man push the country further in a corruption and push the country further in a infrastructural problems and all
in a corruption. No, but
what
we call it again. You might push the country in a oh my God, forget the name. Yes, what I mean. And that that's why they change the constitution for them have one president. You want to be the prime minister or whatever, president, whatever. Yes, what I mean. Into republic. He's gonna push the country right into republic if them allow him to win this election. That is the plan. And when the country going to republic, nobody can talk to Andrew. And that's why he's equipping the military. That is my opinion, you know. That's why he's equipping the military like that. Yes, what I mean. I'm building all of these prison because if never gonna do some shit and the people them gonna rebel and Andrew plan to kill them up and throw Ufu in a prison. And that's my plan to do, you know. That's what he's planning to do. Pushing the country into republic. When the country going to republic, a serious thing under this, under that prime minister, you know.
Yeah.
Me say can't go into the republic now, but have to go into republic with a fair prime minister, not a corrupt prime minister.
I agree.
And when that time there's no law gonna hold these politicians accountable. That time I got thief left, right, and center. Nobody can talk.
God.
No man, this a man you have to go, man. You have to go.
You have to send him back.
I want to come. I him to go somewhere because right now I see them a build statue someplace over Portmore with snake pan. A bull crap them shit there.
Snake is not a part of our culture. Snake.
Exactly. The Indian man when bring come to Jamaica, you know. God, them people they not believe in God now. Fear foolish them people they worship, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, that I mean. Put them something. It's a cloud over the country.
My God. You reverse the curse, man.
Of course, that's why I love Mark Stewart, you know. Yes, that's what I mean.
Yes, definitely.
That's why I love Mark Stewart, you know. No man, we have to fight for the country, man.
True.
We can't make this man win because he might fight hard. You know, see how hard he might fight. He's making his plan. He's planning. And look at him. Paint you have to make sure this man people them not part them backs, you know, because they have all kind of plan. And the wickedest
we have to watch him like a hawk, you know, man.
Exactly, the youngest prime minister, but him the wickedest prime minister. God ever put him
the worst.
The worst.
Mighty God.
The moment Andrew get in a power and start thief. Andrew start thief from the minister of education. A long time a thief. From him when you see money, him start to take money.
My God.
Yes, that I mean, him red. Yes, that I mean, enrich himself and his family. Look how much thing he have. Okay. You're talking about infrastructure. Yeah, build up these high-rise in building in Jamaica. If you want Jamaica, third world country, Jamaica don't need them high-rise building because one earthquake, boom, bam, bam, that and it and that. Jamaica don't need them high-rise in building. Jamaica need houses for poor people.
True.
And young people. PNP bill the most out because all over Portmore PNP bill. Yes, I mean, me get my house in a 94 Portmore core and shelter you call it. You get that you know, them build like a one room bathroom, man. You know me starter and you do your addition.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go up, you can go up. You understand what I mean?
Definitely.
Them the house I mean see I bill again. Them the house we have bill nobody can pay.
No, sir, 30 million and 20 million.
Exactly, my mortgage back in the days, 94 was 2,500 something pay for my house.
See
that
there?
was my mortgage them time, the 2,500 Jamaican.
My God.
94. Yes, and
Look at that.
that time you go, and it was easy. I go over stadium and line up in a one line. And some people go 2 times, because the first time I go, I never get through because them pop down, they call it the gate. And some people like hell, you understand what I mean? And the second time I go, I get to go inside and get through. And you pick, and you have a board, you pick your lot, and you push by your lot. You understand what I mean?
Okay.
And end up get a corner lot. Them days, them things they want to come back. Everybody can come
Definitely.
and pick up
Of
place.
course.
How much people can't pay 50,000, 100,000? If you go pay 100,000 for rent, that's what my cousin you wanna owe.
That me say too.
Because they money for rent at Jamaica now.
Yeah, man, and where I say, man? And then money there for rent for true.
Yeah, my cousin you want it, but they can't want and I need film government and in 1 and 2 look also might be like give film people them. What kind of prime minister is that? Yeah, like him alone to live somewhere, him alone to live.
A fee money I spend, man. And a taxpayers' money, a fee money and personal money.
Him don't mean people them good. I want to see what them do. I can't something about Mark Gordon when I go so. What he's doing now, he's paying bloggers to go out there and tell a lie about Mark Gordon. Look on the one who are blagging me from music and blagging me writing because he must want blagging me in a parliament.
But we now get distracted, Mrs. We now get distracted.
We now get distracted. We now look on them.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
We can't wait for him to call the election.
Election to call,
man. To call the election. He need to call the election. He should call it long time. What is he waiting on? Because I'm sure him can't wait till next year. So all we might try to put in place to thief it, he need to set a date.
Definitely.
They always be a fixed date for election. Always. So I don't know what is the problem. When do I have a fixed date? Something wrong. Yes, what I mean. If you don't mind, shall him call a snap election. Hey, the man they are planning.
I that them want do, yes. But we are watch them, man, like how.
All kind of thing him are planning on. And some criminal them and thief. I know why the rest of them thief, and because them say him a thief. So them follow him.
Follow the leader.
Because trust me, because one time it wasn't like that. That old one them in a parliament, long time in a Labourite. It was like that. What am I for that? Because them see my take money, so I take money, so nobody can talk, everybody else will take. What a bang around. No country can run, so no country can run some there. No country can run, so we say hate is a strong word, but we hate the man with a passion. We hate the man.
Yeah,
yes, I mean, behavior is nasty and dirty. We hate the man.
Mighty God. Bless up yourself, Mrs.
All right, sister.
All right, take care.
Yeah, okay.
Blessed morning, Macaulay, live on the ABR show.
May I tell you something, man. Me always like to listen to your show, you know.
Yeah, man, respect for that.
You know, yes, man. There are certain. These are the times, you know, when time. You know, I don't know who believes in the good book, you know, which is the Bible, you know. We have had a good book too, you know, but the Bible is really good too, you know.
Yeah, man, definitely.
And, you see them talk about a compass with it guide you through like rough sea, tattered water, troubled bridge. Yeah, the Bible, you know. So we have to put the faith and we trust in the Most High, you know, for help with. Because we know say the devil loose, you know.
True.
And all who not know the devil, if them not listen daily and they hear the devil attack, them not gonna know again. Because the devil and the angel them out, them are walk the clothes of man. Yeah, them out there and no want no glasses, see. Find them many are we in Jamaica, we are no granny. So we don't want to spectacle to see who
True.
are the real evil. We are the evil in front of every day.
Yes. My God.
The good book saying about the fruit you shall know them.
My God, that is it.
Yes, by the fruit you shall know them. And them surely, man, them are the one who are going to get cast down and them are thrown in the lake of fire, you know.
That is it.
Them evil people, yeah, because the pure evil, me see them are throat, you know.
So true. You're breaking up.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The man play an insert with the man, you know. And the man attack some things and I hear him use a word. And the man say, there are certain line.
My God.
One of the cross.
You're breaking up.
You didn't hear that one? Oh, it's breaking up.
Say that again. Say that again with the people in here.
Yes, I hear the man say, there are certain line that
My
one
God.
must not cross. But him, and a line him cross, a road him cross.
Mighty God.
Yeah, and a line him cross.
Cross couple highway well.
Yes, it's a double highway him cross because when they come to the integrity him cross the line there. When they come to the ombudsman him cross the line there. Yeah.
When it comes to corruption, him cross
God,
it.
Man.
My God.
Him man cross all of them the highway there. So I don't know what him have to say. As the last caller was saying, you know, I don't listen to her and she talk a lot of sense.
True.
Him have pure trick up him sleeve because he know that the people reject him.
Yes.
The people reject him, so he knows that he can come with the money, which is corrupt, to come by your people and tell people all kind of stupidness.
Yes.
And all of the story we used to put out as lie. A pure fact check I got run pan him.
Yes, man.
So he confused.
We have beat him at his own game.
Oh man, I tell you, man. Him think this was an age like even say 2010.
Yes.
When social media then take over.
Still in an analog, you know?
Yes, man. And that with him.
Yeah.
And the man is so evil. That's he no trouble him. Who can look on the amount of atrocity where them are going with. And then one thing, look where them with the ombudsman office. Look where them put it.
Yes. Water it down, you know.
Yes, and try to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
You see this, I don't know much about this Republican thing, you know. But if this not the Republican, where they want to change the constitution and then they want to come in with Republic.
Yeah.
They want to change the constitution. They want to come in with the republic. And then now, who don't understand it, it's just like a blind leading a blind.
My God.
And you must go over in a precipice.
And that's why we're calling for more public education.
Exactly.
And then for bring back, them for bring civics right across the board and teach them about the constitution. Because enough people, big, no know nothing about the constitution. Sure.
Nothing at all whatsoever. How can blind lead blind? Crawford would say what can go so.
What can go so, but yet still them tell about them pass bill and them do this and them do that and the people them still don't know what going on. Aye.
What a man presumptuous with lie. And the God you know ever hear the father say a lying lips is abomination.
True.
In his sight. And if Andrew don't know that, he need to wake up out of his slumber where him in a fantasy land or in a dream.
True.
With all of those evil people we are following him. Because the people we are following him even more than him, you know. The people we are following him. Yes, they evil more than him. Because sometimes Satan says something like someone do, you know, Satan has to draw back and say, but wait, the man is wicked than me, man.
Yeah. Wicked and Satan.
Satan have to pull back and say, no man, me think me cool, but I'm not cool on me.
Mighty God.
Because when you use the word, I tell that talking to people and tell them about face your maker or judge.
Yeah.
You can't use them word as a prime minister.
But we are going to use
When
it
a
back
man-
on him.
Eh?
We are use it back
Man
on him. And
don't know.
same thing we are said to him. I'm going to meet him judge or meet him maker.
He
Import
have
order.
to face the deal. Comes what name have to face the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was listening last night to a little insert with the wife, you know, talking about some things where she go through before they married. Before they married, you know, and the amount of things where they have to face. We even thinking about fish fry for wedding.
Yeah.
And now the man left from rags to riches.
Mm-mm.
How you get those money? But you know, want them those things to be investigated because you are hide. You are so guilty that you're hiding everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Rags
truth
to
come to
riches.
light, man. Rags to
All
riches.
right. But we are get down to the truth, you know, because the truth is the original information where them can't hide from we.
Yes, my daughter. I'm glad for this daughter. Are we African daughter, you know? We love her, you see.
Yeah, Cabo.
This one, oh Lord, man. Me say, oh, now I'm a real sister, you know.
Yeah.
We love you know, because man, I lead the way and I take the fight to them. Anytime anything happen, we just listen. We just listen because we all did it.
Definitely.
We don't talk about none of the jellyback man, them, you know. We want the real warriors, them.
The real
Warriors, we want. Not jellyback.
No jelly.
No, we don't know them kind of people there.
Yeah.
Yes,
No jelly back.
sister.
So all jelly back couldn't stay away. Big up yourself,
Oh, no,
Carla.
stay- Bless up, my sister.
Bless up,
Bless up and keep up the good work.
All right, definitely. Big up.
Bless up.
Yeah, Carla said, no weak jelly back. We have to come in at the fight and stand firm in it. Togetherness. Solidarity. Because one smarty alone can't take down this man. Because this man have the police. They must send all under your bed. Blessed morning, my caller. How you doing, Miss Winnie?
Good morning, Miss you, and good morning to the listeners.
I'm all right.
We want to talk about the man that lived in Jamaica. I can't even call his name.
My God.
Why is so wicked? He went to turn on water, but there was no water. It coming from the top in a truck.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? And it's a good thing. The people saw something going on and watch and look what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? And then when they show it, otherwise we would have gone and said he give water to that district.
Yeah.
Water. And he's so dry eye. And you know, he's really not, you know.
True.
Man is so wicked. By the way, Holness, Chinese man, and that woman was the speaker, Malalu. They should not be on the ballot. I never know someone of a criminal record can sit in the house. It shouldn't be allowed. So that means anyone can go and thief and go in inside there then. Because Malalu plead guilty. The Chinese man is banned from all the other country in the world because he was a drug runner and a gun runner.
You're talking Chang.
Well, I don't even want to call their name. You know. That calling them name makes me want to vomit.
My God.
That should not be in the house. So in a sense, they do not respect the law of Barbados. They think they're the law
Jamaica.
and they can do as they want.
Yeah.
What does the Prime Minister feel? Go and
You
sit
not
next
feeling
to
weird.
other leaders.
I'm not feeling weird.
How can you feel sitting next to other leaders who don't have no blemish on their name? It's a dry eye, man, you know. You know, and then he talk about what? Face your maker or something like that.
Yes, meet the judge or meet the maker.
So he's talking about himself.
Yes, sir.
Mighty God, I am ashamed to let anyone right now know. If I could talk a different way, they wouldn't know I'm from Jamaica.
My God.
And that Terry Ann, when him Terry Ann talking about the government win, the government don't win nothing. They only was there to try to push him to make you get vote.
Yeah.
You piece of, use not a Rasta, use
He's a
He's a
rascal.
bush rat. He's a bush rat because real Rasta don't be like you. It's a disgrace to be a Rasta. You're not a Rasta. You should cut off that thing you put on your head that grow.
Yeah.
You think a real Rasta? He don't know the beginning of a real Rasta. A Rasta is first the real Rasta respect people. Do not go against their law.
Yeah, man, I'm an imposter.
Well, he's a bush rat.
Yeah.
Terrian is a bush rat.
Oh, you're changing
And
name.
well, that's what he is because as a piece of man, you can't be real.
My
No Rasta will do that.
Mm-hmm.
No Rasta. In a trillion years, you could get a real Rasta do that.
True.
Anyway, all I can say, the song said turn it back, take it back and turn it back.
Yes, man,
What
send it back.
Send it back to the sender.
Yes.
All the Obi Andrew doing and all that worshiping the demon, well, that's what Andrew don't have no shame. Maybe sleep with the dead as well. Because he don't have no shame. Andrew, you disgrace to the human race, to Jamaica. And you want to mash up my district. I come from Newland, and what they call it Portmore now. When I send anything out, I still put Newland. Why you want to go and divide the district? Why? And then when you divide it, the people got to pay to re-register to their house, to the national insurance.
Well, it is halted now, so they can't do anything. It's halted by the court.
Well, the court should halt it for the rest forever. Leave St. Catherine there as it is. Leave Portmore it's Newland, and I born in Newland. I born in Newland. My neighbor string buried in Newland. Nowhere else. Where Andrew one buried? In the 1 bedroom? Andrew, go away, man. You're a disgrace. Disgrace to the human race.
All right.
I hear you. Have a nice day.
You too, Miss Winnie. Pick up yourself. Yes, ABR family. So only hear from Miss Winnie. It's Winnie a drama, but this sums it up for today. Happy first of a brand new month to everybody. Big up to everybody who joined the live. Tomorrow, ABR family and viewers, is my birthday. I'm an Aries woman. April baby. And so the phone line's still open. I'm gonna leave it open for another 5 minutes. But hopefully I'll come live tomorrow. If not, I'll keep y'all up to date with more videos and stuff. And in the meantime, you can go and bless up the super chat, bless up the super thanks. Send some pre-happy birthday for me. Send some gifts for me.
Hello, good morning.
Blessed morning, my brother. How you doing?
Live?
Yes, live.
Yes, all right, thank you. Yeah, I'm blessed up to your listeners, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, man. May I forgive my 2 cents. You see, Cabo, them people are real journalists, you know?
Yeah, man, definitely.
Those are real. You understand me? And we're glad for the information which it's bring out. The Prime Minister had a lot of stuff, you know? Yeah, man, a dirty Prime Minister, this man. I'm a love out Queen of Africa I come to our sense now. If you know, say the country in the wrong direction with this Prime Minister. You understand? Yeah, man, I'm in love with Mr. Holness and the delegates them. Yes, man, them beat it. They not lift up and beat this Prime Minister with corruption, you know.
True.
So if you listen, Miss Nita Edley, as her name.
Yes.
I talk about the unsigning a letter. You remember the letter?
Yes.
And them thing that they bring back them thing them man when time then go on them campaign, man, and all over the place, man, make the people them far enough people don't really understand what them when them talk about them something they them don't understand. So the people they put the opposition them have to make the people them understand what it is all about. You understand me?
True.
A corruption that you know, that a lot of corruption. And all of the court case where him go in the house, in the courthouse with him lose. That one him win. You understand me?
True.
So how you can have a government that lose so much case like that, eh? Then you know, see the Jamaica people don't realize that this government is nothing for them not to come back in a government, man.
I agree.
Give them at least 50 years out there, man. Until them can find somebody who can listen me, the Prime Minister mash up the party, you know. And they're free to come out.
They're free to weed them out.
Be the one. Yes, Mr. Tufton, if you are listening, you should have be the one to kick him out. Why see him one tell you say you have to sign letter.
Yeah.
And the next man to sign letter. I don't know what you have for him or him or for you that you can't kick him out. You need to kick him out.
Them have something for them one another.
Yes, you understand? If I was in that party, me I kick him out. All the money when give me I kick him out. Same way, if I'm a mash up the party, and the people them not realize that they have to push him out.
Yeah.
Yes, man, that me have to say this morning.
Alright, then big up yourself. Yeah, man, definitely. Big up and thanks for your input. Yeah.
Alright.
Big up yourself, Sharon Bernard. Daily Fun. Bumpy, big up yourself. Mel. Tomorrow is my sister's birthday also. Big up to your sister. Happy pre-birthday to her. We celebrate the same birthday tomorrow. Big up to your sister. Anybody else wants to chime in? I seen somebody else was calling. I'm taking the last call. Big up yourself, Asafa. Yes, he made the minister them sign undated resignation letter. What a wicked man. I him should have signed it. I him should have signed it. Taking one more call. All right. Bless up yourself, my family. You're live on the ABR show. How you doing?
You know, I want to take condolence to Usain Bolt.
Father, yeah.
Come on. I can father jump out, you know? You know, so my 2 cents, man, is that, in the 80s, there were serious time, serious time. It is not a joke error in a Jamaica people, right?
The Prime Minister don't want to talk about the 80s, he only remember about the 90s.
Can't talk about the 80s, man. Can't talk about the 80s. When Stacey and Marito are right and flow and everything there. If you talk about them something, you can't talk about them something. And I feel that them things go on.
And I'm father, I'm mentor, Siaga.
Yeah, man, and I feel that. Well, you understand me? You understand me? So me I say no, my 2 cents. So my 2 cents is that we need to get rid of this corrupt government there because things not going good. And
True.
as the media tell us with Rubio, we don't know what the effect of going with Rubio, and we don't know what takes place. And like the Prime Minister come out and talk and say, boy, you know, public, this is what we speak about, I mean, what we speak about. Why everybody can say that when them come out, talk about the Chinese. So when the Chinese and when they come to talk about why identify the public, what a secret.
Yeah.
Their secret. And the country business, no matter talk about.
True.
So if there's any sanction or anything to make, if we as the people can sense about, you know, we don't agree with that, you know. We don't agree with that. No, we will be here and do what we have to do. And do what we have to do as a nation.
True.
Because we can't make a man come and straight away and say what to do and what to do. That means the man whatever went and say, boy, I don't need to go outside it now. And so you understand what I say to you? So we're not mouth. So we're clap our hands and feet now. That Andrew said now. We're not stand up and face the world like a man.
True.
Man, weak jellyback leader for truth, man. Man is a weak jellyback leader, man. Man, a weak jellyback leader, man. The man not ready yet, man.
Weak,
man. Weak, he's not ready, man. But you see, that happens to people who are compromised, you know. And so once you're compromised, you can't stand by your feet, you know.
True.
A man can come tell us if it do stand up because my boss super dirt for you. But if you don't have the dirt for you, you can't tell us to do.
Them soon come for you, man.
You see, at the end of the day, you know, all the other leaders them from carry from tell away their stand, you know.
Yes.
Against US when it comes to the Cuban doctors, them, you know. Up to now, a leader don't come out and say, boy, this is why I'm standing up. He starts 10 home already. So, him not, the officers, they not stand, and then when he come out and meet him and say everything between the Cuban, between them and the Cuban, and the send them up Cuban. So, all of a sudden, them send them up Cuban, them, and I thought about something wrong with the arms. Them pull out too much excuse, man. Too much excuse.
True.
Pull out too much excuse. We don't need them excuse for the government, man. We need the government to act. And we need the government to be proactive.
True. That is it.
You understand me? You take 30% increase and then you give people $1,000 for them pay the minimum wage. What $1,000 can do? $1,000 can pay a bus pay a week or to work.
$1,000 can buy a bread. So I'm telling them to go eat the bread for go get diabetes. Be a bread.
Be a bread. They're not ready yet, man. They're not ready yet, man. Neither him nor the Minister of Finance, they're not ready yet, man. See them lame. All them group enough criticizing enough. And the thing about the war you want to talk about is the part where you talk about the budget debate when people asking Mark Golding how to fund his budget. Why Mark Golding at the government? But people don't understand. The man takes forward what he would do as a prime minister if he was in prime minister. And the same amount of Andrew that used to do what his idea, what he wanted to do.
Same taxpaying money, yeah.
Same taxpaying money. So what, and up to now, I don't know, you know what I mean, them ask Andrew Wally, the Minister of Finance, how do you plan to budget? Where you plan to plug here so I need to budget so I start for? Do not ask no question, so you know, read journalists in Jamaica, and come out there, the regions, they look at some of the fake people, pay down.
I puppet them.
Everybody. The church is association of Jamaica, everybody is just silent, lock them out. You have a corrupt leader, nobody can talk. One time church is to me, something and stand for something. No church a big sellout.
My God.
You know, so the church, I'm silent. I don't, you know, church come out, I just one or few parts.
Few of them still attack, yeah?
Yeah, a few of them have one or two parts of the street and talk about it. But 99% of them, they hold them out, them not talk.
True.
So the more than even the Prime Minister, because if you have people of God, you're supposed to tell the truth and right.
At all times.
You got to tell the corruption. If you read the Bible tell everything. So we don't see why first of all, any true Christian say you believe in a God and say a true and living God. And say when you believe that Jesus on the cross and died simple sin, put both and do it. You should never dip your in and say you're about to undo it. As a Christian. And if you are a Christian able to Andrew, God has seen you. That's happy to you. Can you do not corrupt?
Under no circumstances they must bring back the government.
Under no circumstances, no people say them repent and them baptize in the Holy Ghost and believe in God and know truth and know what is right and what is wrong. And vote to Andrew and know what is wrong and speak corruption and go to him. The more I him, God will give them money. Because them know that if you serve God, that they're going to have truth. And there's nothing good about Andrew Wellness. Remember, you know, when the man, and them say the integrity, when them ask about it, it's sick first, you know. He said, near, and far, and wide, and he don't know who the integrity attack about. He don't know that body, them part of the integrity attack about who, them attack about this, for any respect, I'm one of them, you know. And from them times I come out and make Jamaican people know that Jamaican people, I am one of those who will not certify by the integrity commission because you are going to and you don't come out to the family, you have to burst out before you can come out and do it. And you know the worst thing I do? You don't even step aside, you know, and allow the investigation to complete. To set the integrity commission, the court, to try to support innocent enrichment and try to force them to certify you. Then what can go so?
What can go so?
What about Republic we are run?
We have to go ball out.
Republic. Yeah, we have to ball out, man. And I'm a Republic. They are call outside, call out, they got joke. It's Angela get the 34th country, the Republic. That's near with suffer. Only so the man want about 4 months. If they was by the Constitution, the man go them do after the and the Constitution repeat them to court and beat them like a stepchild, you know.
Yeah.
I show them up enough. Every word about the Constitution what they put in place. And I go to the PMP and send to the put those countries up in protect the people of the country. If you put them on a out long time and walk over where and do the thing to do with the majority in parliament.
So true.
And then them to be a face and daring. And them activists, them coming in people and tell you this dry eye lie. I want to impose a lie. I want to believe it's true. And I force the lie in their face and I try to tell us the lie, the truth a lie and the lie a truth. What can I go to?
My God.
Tell them go to court and lose and you the judge tell them say them nothing gonna further and still they can't do with the ECJ and what the law the constitutional law them to do. They come up and talk about the South Jamaica. That's not how Jamaica because the South Jamaica under always to make the government sign thing already. So as gate of putting a law. It's a this of putting a law. It's gonna take a law. It's gonna take a law like that in August or in September or in July. That law will take effect.
All the GG for go on to call or him just sign something that means saying nothing about the constitution either. Sure.
The GG no pop up man. Andrew pop it. Andrew put him there. Andrew pop my puppet you know. Andrew puppet you know. That's all man is listen to me now. The GGs people understand now. The GGs that make a don't work shit. I'm going to the steep cocktail. Because anything the Prime Minister says beside him must be signing. And the Prime Minister wants to put the fire, must fire the board. He cannot question why. And him as a GG, and look at this now. He has the power now to let the country now run right and to dissolve parliament and make them call an election. And he don't want to. Him have the power then. Him have that power. He has the power can do it now.
My God.
You understand? I say, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I can't tell this. But in speech, I don't think he started. I don't think he said it with what he wants to write. I think it's the Prime Minister then write his speech and give him and then come for read.
Yeah, somebody from Fidem team, yes. But thank you, my brother, for calling. I'm about to sign off and big up yourself every time. So when you hear it from our callers, when you hear it from me, over an hour now on this live talking. And so here be our family, I'm about to sign off. But in the meantime, we still I go pressure them like a cow foot and we not stop. Thanks to everybody who joined the live, from moderators to members. Go right down. I'm getting another call. Bless up yourself, Rasta.
I have to call because I hear the brother speaking, but I just have a couple of things to say. He that is often warned, and stiff is our dear neck, shall be destroyed without remedy. You see? Because when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear it rule, the people mourn.
My God.
Them can read Proverbs 29 if they want to know. But you see, my boy must come out and tell the people them straight and plain and all of the data and Campbells and Damien Crawford. This is what I'm talking about some other things. Come out and tell Jamaica people, say, if you don't want a dictator over owner of a brutalized, vote for Holness. I am free though. It's simple,
Yeah.
Because that is often one in Arabia.
Yeah.
Stiffness is our dear neck, our neck. We shall be destroyed without remedy. You know what that means?
Without the remedy. True.
You know, some people just a reason because them have the concrete punch them and near the street too.
Definitely.
You know, see? But that's what you know. So that means that we know you come up and but Jamaica people in one.
Yes.
The next shall be destroyed without remedy.
My
you see,
God.
on the Jamaica, on the rest is on the wrong. I want to support to stand up and tell this man say, what's the man? The thing now why you do wrong, you can't something like that about country can develop empty promises and have this guy. Why you don't say promises are 9 years of promises and not one not fulfilled? Isn't that more than empty?
My God.
Empty more fuller than it. And they might come put out some little things that go on, but on the money can't buy out God.
All right.
Not seal.
All right.
Righteousness, peace, and righteousness and justice. And the blood of our running, fire of our running,
Wake up, Jamaica.
We got sent for Ezekiel because it seems like we're going to blow some breath in them dry bone here. Them dry green people here. You know, see?
Yeah.
He that is armed and warm and stiff-necked, his dear neck shall be destroyed without remedy.
All right.
People, that's the message. For no dictator, vote for no reptilian in flesh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you already, they are in dry. Drink some juice. I love you.
All right, then. Big up yourself, Rasta. Love and honor. Big up. When you hear that, if the orange is ripe, we're going to go and drink some juice. In the meantime, maybe our family about to sign off in the next 2 minutes. I'd love for you to bless up the super chat, super thanks. Send some pre-happy birthday my way. And to Mel's sister, happy birthday tomorrow when it comes as well. Big up on yourself. Bless up the super chat.
Where they come from? Send it back. Every evil arrow. Anywhere he come from. Send it back. If a China.
Big up yourself, man.
If a Jamaica. If a Haiti. Where he come from? We send it back. Turn. Reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse. Yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Aye. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. Yeah. If a king's house, if a God the host, if a the prime minister.
Pull up that one more time.
Where they come from? Send it back. Every evil arrow. Anywhere he come from. Send it back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send it back. Turn, reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse. Yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Aye. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. Yeah. If a king's house, if a God the host, if I'm the prime minister, where they come from, send it back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send it back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send it back. Turn, reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse. Yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Aye. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. Yeah. If a king's house, if a God the host, if a the prime minister.
I want to know me not left out without playing Mr. Willie. Big up yourself, Mr. Willie. Follow Mr. Willie over TikTok, you know, man. And follow the Anissa Bell Rose movement on TikTok as well.
Well, we not going to no false promise. You think that we are putting them back in the office? You don't think we are novice? You don't listen to this? Alright, yes, we are going to vote them out, cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them promptly. Look how the whole of them are on we will listen. Vote them out, cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them promptly. Oh, what the whole of them are on we. Argument done, time has come. Andrew, pack up your things and run. Marky G a come, we run the kingdom. Cause Andrew, your time is done. Cause we put us in a office for 9 whole year. You sit down in there just like you not here. And every day more money does a disappear. That's why we have to vote you out of the clear. Vote them out, cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and you be tell them promptly. Oh, what the whole of them are hungry. Yes, we have to vote them out, cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them promptly. Oh, what the whole of them.
Big up on yourself, ABR family. Thanks again to everyone for joining the live. Stay tuned, as I said, for more video, for more updates. Thanks, Asafa, for the early happy birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday. Stay tuned for your live tomorrow, our videos. Big up, thanks for the continued support.
And where they come from, send it back, send it back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send it back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send it back. Turn, reverse the curse, reverse the curse. Reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody say, reverse the curse, yeah, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse, aye, reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. If a king's house, if a garden house.